E3 is right around the corner, so for the days leading up to this exciting annual event, I'm going to be breaking down my thoughts, predictions, and pie-in-the-sky dreams for what to expect from E3 2019. Following these videos, I'll be doing live coverage of the event over at twitch.tv/ronspies, so head over there and give me a follow if you want to see my reactions live. I'm also going to be filling time between the conferences by playing games like Apex Legends, Battlefield 5, Gran Turismo Sport, and more to make sure the conversation doesn't stop. At least, that's the plan. Things could go terribly wrong and fall apart and, throw me a follow anyway, and things will probably happen. And before we get started proper, I won't be doing predictions for Devolver, Limited Run, or the PC Gaming Show. It's really hard to predict what kind of stuff will be shown there since they're also indie driven. Devolver will probably show Metal Wolf Chaos XD though, so that's neat. And EA isn't doing things by the book this year, so instead of trying to predict what they'll show, since they've already told us what they're showing, I'm just going to talk about what I'd like to see from some of the games they're showing at EA Play, which technically isn't part of E3, but we're talking about it anyway. But before we get to EA and Xbox, I want to throw out some general, non-specific E3 predictions that encompass every conference. General predictions. Prediction 1. We will see at least one next-gen title this year. With next-gen consoles supposedly releasing sometime next year, I don't think it's outside the realm of possibility that someone, be it Xbox, Ubisoft, or someone else, will jump the gun and show us something that just isn't possible on current hardware. Prediction 2. The announcements this year might actually be a bit tame since a lot of publishers don't want to jump the gun and save their next-gen ammo for next year, which, all things considered, might be one of the many reasons PlayStation isn't at the show this year. Prediction 3. There will be at least 2 times when the show director cuts to a wide shot of the stage when they really shouldn't. Prediction 4. This is more of a dream than a prediction, but I'm just gonna throw it out there because if it happens, I'll look like a genius. Skate 4, that's all. So now, without any further ado, here are my predictions for Electronic Arts and Xbox. EA Play. Like I said earlier, EA is doing things a bit differently this year, even compared to their previous shows after splitting from E3. They're basically going to be going game by game on already known quantities like Battlefield 5, Apex Legends, and Jedi Fallen Order, going for bigger deep dives into what to expect from those games in the coming months. Rather than straight predictions, I'm just going to be talking about some of the things I'm guessing they'll discuss in each game's panel. Battlefield 5. I know it's not everyone's favorite game, but I love it. I've been playing pretty frequently since its launch, so I'm eagerly awaiting any news that comes out about it. So, what is there to say? Well, if you follow Battlefield at all on Reddit, then you'd have seen that data miners have found a ton of stuff, mostly regarding one big expansion, Awakening the Giant. While we'll probably hear about the new map due out in June, I think we'll get our first major look at the Pacific Theater, which will include the addition of American and Japanese soldiers, new weapons, and new vehicles. Apex Legends. Season 1 has been a grand old time, but we're already getting teases for the future of Apex Legends. Season 2 is due out relatively soon, so we'll undoubtedly be getting a look at what's to come in Apex, like a new character, new weapons, and maybe, just maybe, a new map. Jedi Fallen Order. I'm a Star Wars fan, and like many Star Wars fans, I've been starving for a straight-up, no-nonsense single-player Star Wars adventure with a lightsaber. Despite having every opportunity to during Star Wars Experience, we still don't have an idea of what the game actually plays like. I'm expecting a full gameplay reveal, including combat, force powers, and other gameplay mechanics. I also wouldn't be surprised if we see another TV or movie actor reveal themselves in some way. Either way, it seems that this will be the thing to watch if you're still on the fence about Jedi Fallen Order. Everything else. There are also going to be live streams for other games like Madden, FIFA, and The Sims, but to be honest, I don't really care. Time for Xbox. Xbox. This is the show with the most potential, hands down. With PlayStation absent, anyone who would have shown their game there will either do it themselves or show it at Xbox's conference. So, needless to say, it's the one to be excited about. Halo Infinite. Running on the new Slipspace engine, I think a lot of people, myself included, are expecting this game to be our first look at next-generation technology. Though, I wouldn't be surprised if it's available on both Xbox One and Project Scarlett. As for what the game itself will be like, I think we'll just have to wait and see, though I do think they'll take a soft reboot God of War 2018 approach to the story of Halo Infinite. I'm just happy that the Chief is back. Gears of War. Gears of War has the weird position of having 3 games lined up with its name attached. Gears 5, Gears Tactics, and Gears Pop. But I want to focus a little bit on the 2 that I'd actually be interested in playing. Considering the Xbox show is scheduled to be up to 2 hours long, I think we could get a Gears 5 gameplay demo alongside a release date. I could see Gears 5 being their big fall release, and I predict an October release date. Actually, let's call the shot even better. October 21st. Bet on it. As for Gears Tactics, we'll probably get a simple trailer and a release date, or maybe even a shadow drop. Battletoads. Gameplay trailer. Release date. September 2019. But here's the spicy part. It will also come to the Nintendo Switch. Now that's a prediction. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. New trailer, release date. You know what? I'll say it. Shadow drop that sucker. Cuphead. We still don't know when the DLC is due out, so I could see a new trailer alongside, you guessed it, Shadow drop. Forza. I don't think we'll actually see a new Forza this year. I think Turn 10 and Playground Games did a good job setting up both Motorsport 7 and Horizon 4 as games that can sustain themselves well on their own, so I don't think we need a new one this year. Instead, they're probably saving up Motorsport 8 as a Project Scarlett launch title. Fable. I believe the next game from Playground Games is a new Fable. I don't know if it'll be a full reboot, a soft reboot, or a direct sequel, but regardless, Fable 4 has been listed on Mixer, but it's possible that's just a placeholder title. However, no matter what happens, I really do believe a new Fable is on the way. Microsoft Studios. Phil Spencer recently tweeted that Xbox has 14 first-party games to show, and counting Halo, Gears 5, Gears Tactics, Gears Pop, and Battletoads, there's still 9 games left. So what else is there? Obsidian is working on the Outer Worlds, but maybe we could see something new from them. Unless Xbox is counting the Outer Worlds as a first-party game despite it coming to PS4. Also, one of those games could just be Minecraft, since technically Mojang is first-party. Plus, Rare could just be showing off a new expansion for Sea of Thieves, since apparently it still has a relatively healthy player base. Plus, they could also be doing Battletoads. So, that leaves 6 games left. Even then, there's potential for stuff from Playground Games, Undead Labs, Compulsion Games, Ninja Theory, In Exile, and the huge new studio meant to rival PlayStation's best, The Initiative. It might be too soon to hear from some of them, but I wouldn't be surprised if we still get a little something from each of them, even if it's just a title screen. Third-party studios. Capcom. I know we're already a good few months out, but could it be possible to get some new Resident Evil 2 DLC? On the topic of remakes, Dino Crisis has been cheekily hinted at by Capcom developers here and there, but I wouldn't take that as confirmation yet. That's definitely a wait-and-see situation, same with anything regarding future remasters of Onimusha or a new Onimusha game in general. What about Devil May Cry 5? Capcom has already stated that they didn't have any plans past Bloody Palace to release any new DLC, but I could see those plans changing. However, my dream is for a Rival Schools remake. Itsuno probably has some clout in Capcom after Devil May Cry 5's success, so hopefully he turns his eye to some of the other franchises he's been involved with, like Rival Schools. Square Enix. Since they have their own show, I'm not sure what Square Enix could show at both. I think they'll save Avengers and Final Fantasy VII Remake for themselves. However, I could see something like the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC, or maybe something completely new and then expanding on it at their own show. Ubisoft. Same deal with Square Enix. I'm not entirely sure what they'd discuss here that they wouldn't want to save for their own show. My guess would be either Division 2 expansion content, or, if we're talking reveals, Watch Dogs 3. Since it's already the industry's worst kept secret, I could see them ripping off the band-aid at Xbox's conference with a trailer and then a demo at their own show. ROCKSTEADY. What are they working on? Is it Batman? Is it Harry Potter? Even if that game isn't them, will the Harry Potter game even show up? Are they working on something entirely new? I think it's high time we found out. CYBERPUNK 2077. I think this game is closer than we think. We'll probably get a new trailer with a release date or window. My guess is late 2019 or sometime in 2020. After Death Stranding got a November 2019 release, after everyone thinking it'd be years until we see it, I don't think we can exclude the possibility of being very, very surprised. Project Scarlett. Xbox has a history of being open about their big upcoming hardware releases, so I could totally see a teaser video similar to Project Scorpio's a few E3s ago. I'm not expecting a full reveal since they usually dedicate an entire press conference to that kind of stuff, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see something. That's all I've got for EA and Xbox at E3. I'm sure I missed or forgot about something, but that's everything I think I wanted to say about both of those publishers. Stay tuned for upcoming breakdowns of everyone else who will be at E3, and follow my Twitch channel for upcoming live coverage and reactions to the conferences as they happen. Bethesda and Ubisoft are next.